Hey guys, welcome to this new video. Welcome to my channel if you are new. Today I'm going to be ranking the Halloween films. Not in a professional way, far from it. This is my personal opinion, okay? That's what movies are all about, personal opinions. You may think, that's his favorite Halloween film? What's this dude on? Anyway, I'm just going to make sure the camera's okay and you can see me and hear me. Anyway, I'm not going to be doing reviews. We're just going to be chatting about Halloween in a very casual way. Anyway, cracking on. My favorite Halloween film of all time probably doesn't come as much surprise. Halloween. You see that? Sorry about the light. There it is. The Blu-ray. I do have other copies of this movie. I have this one. This is see that? You see the reflex? I feel that's kind of cool. Probably not picking up pretty well. This has the TV version, the extended TV version, because when it was going to be on TV for the first time, apparently it wasn't long enough, and they excuse me, they had to go back and record footage to stretch it out. So anyway, that's my favorite Halloween film. Now, like I said, I'm not going to go into in-depth reasons as to why Halloween is my favorite of all the Halloween films, okay? It's pointless. And I'm certainly not going to insult your intelligence by giving you a very in-depth synopsis, is the word, of Halloween 1978. We know, directed by John Carpenter, produced by Deborah Hill. This is just a fantastic horror film. It does Halloween the best because it was the first. It was Halloween. Jamie Lee Curtis, fantastic in it. Yep, and a great supporting cast. PJ Souls. Yep, and of course Donald Pleasence, the late great Donald Pleasence. Who doesn't love Donald Pleasence? If you love Halloween and you don't like Donald Pleasence, actually, that probably won't happen. They probably come hand in hand, am I right? Anyway, one thing I do want to talk about Halloween, first of all, Nick Castle is the greatest shape ever. The greatest portrayal of Michael Myers so far. Actually, no, I don't even think the new guy, and I know Nick Castle is going to be in Halloween 2018 as Michael Myers, but not very much from what I hear. But even this new guy, don't remember his name. I don't think anyone's going to take the place of Nick Castle. In my mind, and probably in yours, or maybe not, comment down below and let me know. Michael Myers, the best portrayal of that character, the best shape is Nick Castle. One more thing, before we crack on to my second favourite, is the executive producer of Halloween 1978, Irwin Yablans. Now, it amazes me when you watch reviews, the ones I watched, the ones I've seen, when you watch some documentaries even about Halloween and the production of the film and what it costs to make and all that. But I'm sorry, I want to make sure you see me and you hear me. So if you see me moving around and I'm not always making complete eye contact, that's what I'm doing. I'm making sure the video is the best it can be for you and for me. But more for you, because you're the ones watching, okay? And hopefully liking and subscribing. Anyway, what am I looking at? I should be looking at you. Anyway, yeah, Irwin Yablans, the executive producer of Halloween. Now, this is the guy who came up with the concept of having a horror movie set on one night. It was his idea to have that night, Halloween night, and have the whole film on that occasion. And he pitched the idea to John Carpenter, who got it straight away. But the thing is, it was even Irwin Yablans' idea to have the movie be called, the title, Halloween, was not the brainchild of John Carpenter. The title Halloween was the brainchild of executive producer Irwin Yablans. Now, Owen, I know you're not watching this, but for a second, I'm going to pretend you are. Okay? Thank you. Thank you. Because if it wasn't for Owen Yablans, if it wasn't for you, Owen, there may not be a Halloween series to even talk about, to enjoy, or to hate and slag off. Anyway, that's Halloween. That's my favourite Halloween. Is it yours? Maybe you prefer the sequels. Maybe you think Rob Zombie's Halloween is a far better film. If you do, comment down below and let me know. Anyway, cracking on, my second favourite Halloween film is, I've got the DVDs, and Blu-rays down here, and I'm just going to get my second favourite. And my second favourite Halloween film, Halloween 4. That's it, Halloween 4. The Return of Michael Myers, 1988. I love this film. I love everything about this film. I even love the mask. Of course, it's not the one. It's not that. It's not the one depicted on the front cover. That's a little bit of a rip-off. We all know that. Anyway, the mask, not many people like. I don't love the mask. I did when I was a kid. But now I've got a bit of a cold, so if you hear me, not the most attractive sound in the world, but I do apologise. Yeah, Halloween 4, the Return of Michael Myers. Yeah, this one directed by Dwight Little and produced by Paul Freeman. And it made a lot of money. It made a lot of money. Why? Because it's so damn good. For many reasons. Now, the first is probably more subliminal. To a lot of us, anyway. Halloween 4, in my opinion, and many other people I've spoken to, and people on TV and who talk about these movies, are very crazy about the atmosphere of Halloween 4. They feel, as I do, it brings the autumn fall feeling to a Halloween film better than any other Halloween film. Probably even including the original from 1978. Now, that was shot primarily, I think, in Pasadena, was it? Halloween 4 was shot in, I think, Salt Lake City, and that may have helped. You know, it's got a very autumn feel to it. It's got a very autumn, Halloween-y kind of atmosphere, and I love the film. I love Ellie Cornell as Rachel. I think she's fantastic. Daniel Harris as I need to forget what's the name. Come on, Jamie Lloyd. Yeah, Jamie Lloyd. Who doesn't love Daniel Harris as Jamie Lloyd? She is fantastic. Now, I'm going to be shot down in flames for this, probably. Maybe not. I don't know. But Daniel Harris, I believe, was every bit as good a child actor as Drew Barrymore. Now, I can already sense the hate in the room, but for me, Danielle Harris in that movie, you cared about her. Did you? I know I did. She was great in that film. She was absolutely fantastic in Halloween 4. I mean, obviously, she's not the main protagonist. That would be Rachel, her stepsister. But, you know, she's a little bit young to play the role of the main protagonist. But the thing is, you care about her. And that's the thing with Halloween 4. And that's another reason why I love it so much, is because you care about a lot of the characters. I mean, you don't necessarily want them all to live, and there are some characters in it you just want to see die, you know, in the film. But she's not one of them. She is a great actress and a credit to the Halloween franchise. Love Danielle Harris, and she's still a talented actress to this day. But as a child actress, or actor, whatever you want to, I don't want to pigeonhole or anything, I think she's up there with Drew Barrymore, who is widely considered the best child actress of the 80s. Yeah, I think so. I think she's on a par with Drew. I really do. And of course, Donald Pleasance is back in Halloween 4, great as usual. And George P. Wilbur played Michael Myers the Shape, and I think he did it not as good as Nick Castle, but I placed George P. Wilbur second best. I do. I think there's a reason they brought him back for Halloween 6, and not Don Shanks, who played the Shape in Halloween 5. Although I think Don Shanks is a pretty solid Shape. I think he's a pretty good Michael Myers, but we don't see enough of him in Halloween 5. The direction of that movie, the cinematography, wasn't great in Halloween 5. So even though Don Shanks is a pretty good Shape, I would have liked to have seen more of him. Anyway, we're not talking about Halloween 5 right now, we're talking about Halloween 4. And what I like about it and why it's my second favourite in the series. Another thing, before I go off on another tangent, Halloween 4 they brought in a soap opera element, did they not? With Rachel and Brady and Kelly, Sheriff Meeker's daughter, Kelly. I love that. I love that. I'm not saying I wanted Halloween 4 to be a soap opera. No. But I love the soap opera elements they brought into the film. It was the first time they did that. I mean, I'm not including Halloween 3 in this. Halloween 3, we're talking Michael Myers, people. We're talking the Michael Myers films. I'm not talking about Halloween 3. And yeah, the soap opera element, the love triangle, is great. And I'm not going to go into depth about who Kelly is and who Brady is, because if you're watching this video, guys, I'm not going to waste your time. You know who Brady is. You know who Kelly is, okay? There's bound to be things I forget what I love about Halloween 4. I'm not going to stop recording. I also love this, I love that. But, so I don't make that mistake. Let's just put it this way. Everything about Halloween 4 I love. The opening to Halloween 4 is widely considered the best opening to any of the Halloween films. It lets you know it's October. Not just Halloween, but it lets you know what time of year it is, and it gives you that, like I say, autumn, fall atmosphere, probably even better than the original. Anyway, those are a few reasons. And by the way, I've got to mention this. Halloween 4 was written by Alan B. McElroy. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. What a job that guy did. The reason I say that, not just because it's a fantastic Halloween film and my second favourite in the franchise, but because he had, I think, roughly, 9 or 10 days to write it? He had 9 or 10 days to write this movie because of a upcoming writer's strike. So Alan B. McElroy did a hell of a job in creating and writing Halloween 4. And of course, I'm not taking anything away from Dwight Little, who directed the movie. And I love the music. I think it serves well. I think it pays homage to the original John Carpenter's theme just as much as Halloween 2, maybe even more so. I love the music in Halloween 4. I love everything about it. There's nothing I don't like. Anyway, cracking on, my third favourite in the franchise. It's down here somewhere. I'll find it. My third favourite in the franchise is... Let me see. I got a bit close to the camera then, didn't I? Halloween 2, 1981. This is directed by Steve Miner, and this time produced, not directed, produced by John Carpenter and Deborah Hill. Blu-ray. I also have the DVD somewhere, but oh yeah, no. If Halloween 2, 1981. Look, if you haven't got the Blu-ray, but you have the capability and the means to have Halloween 2 1981 on Blu-ray, buy it. Oh my god. Please, please, please buy the Blu-ray. Because, let's face it, the quality of the DVD isn't much better than the quality of the VHS back in the day. I mean, it was always grainy. The sound was terrible. The picture was terrible. I'm telling you, the Blu-ray transition... I know a lot of films don't... The transition to Blu-ray, they're not great. They don't look that much better than the DVD version. But in Halloween 2, with the case of Halloween 2, it does. Trust me, Halloween 2, the sound, the picture, not quite as good as the Blu-ray version of Halloween 1978, but almost. If you're a big fan of Halloween 2 like I am, and you have the means, and whatever, buy Halloween 2 on Blu-ray, because it's a lot better than the DVD version. It's amazing, absolutely mind-blowing. So if you have the means, do it. Buy Halloween 2 on Blu-ray. Anyway, why do I like Halloween 2? What do I like about Halloween 2 and what don't I like? Well, let me see. I like Halloween 2. I do like Dick Warlock as a Shape. I like him. I don't love him. His portrayal of the Shape was very mechanical and robotic. You may love that. I like it, but I prefer Nick Castle's portrayal. The setting of Halloween 2 is primarily in Haddonfield Memorial Hospital, and I think it's still a scary film, but I'm not overly keen on the cast, because let's face it, it's just a bunch of doctors and nurses. I mean, Michael's victims in that film, apart from one who I'm going to get to in a minute, they're basically doctors and nurses who we don't really get that much time to know. So when they die, we don't really care. You may, I don't. Man, do I sound cold-hearted. But there is one character in Halloween 2, and it's the girl at the beginning on the phone to her friend, and her friend is telling her about the murders that happened just down the street from where she lived. And all of a sudden, Michael pops up behind her, and I think he stabs her in the throat or slits her throat or something. It's a very spooky scene, but it's like, why did he kill her? She wasn't in his way. She wasn't one of Laurie's friends, and I really feel sorry for her. But that's a good point. That's a good point of Halloween 2. At least there's one character in the film who dies who you care about. That's always good in a horror film and a slasher movie. Care about the characters. And in Halloween 2, I didn't really. Apart from her, she did I can't even remember the name of the character she played. Like I say, she didn't last long. But anyway, what else do I like about Halloween 2? I keep on saying Donald Pleasance. I know I keep on saying it, but come on. Donald Pleasance in Halloween 2, probably just as good, well no, it was just as good as his performance in the original Halloween. Am I right? Let me know what you think, comment down below, and let me know what you think of Donald Pleasance in Halloween and Halloween 2, and all the other Halloween films he was in. Well, yeah, there's I like the music in Halloween 2. It's more electrified or something, or synthesized. I like it. I prefer the original 1978 John Carpenter music, but I do like the Halloween 2 version of it. Jamie Lee Curtis is great in the movie. There's a couple of characters. Certain scenes that are just unforgettable. I want to call it a hot tub scene. I know it's not a hot tub, but you know what I mean. Yeah, you know the scene where it's Bud, I believe his name is, and the nurse he's dating, and they're in this. It's some kind of hot tub. And Michael's cranking up he's cranking up the temperature, and Bud goes out to turn it down, and we see Bud being murdered in the background, and then Michael comes in, and the nurse in the hot tub, I'm going to call it a hot tub because, I don't know. Anyway, the nurse in the hot tub thinks that the guy behind her is Bud. But we know it's not. We know it's Michael Myers. And the death scene that follows is still, yeah, I would say it's still one of the most grisliest, realistic death scenes in a Halloween film. Not overly realistic, and there have been many, many more grislier death scenes in Halloween films since then, but there's always going to be a place in my heart for that scene. You know, it's iconic in the Halloween franchise. He's dunking her head in and out of the water, and every time we see her face again, it's a little bit more burnt and a little bit more scalded, you know. And eventually he holds her under for a long, long time, and then just picks her up and she's dead, you know. It was it's an iconic scene in the franchise. Anyway, cracking on. That's my third favourite. My fourth favourite Halloween film, ladies and gentlemen, is, and members of the jury, my fourth favourite Halloween film, it's got to be, I've got 2 DVDs here, and I'm thinking, is it this one or is it this one? Nah, my fourth favourite Halloween film has to be, yep, Halloween H2O, 20 years later. This is the one that negated the curse of... Can you see that? This is the one that negated the Curse of Thorn storyline, and it picked up directly 20 years later from the end of Halloween 2, 1981. And 1998, it was the first Halloween film I saw at the cinema, and there's many redeeming qualities in Halloween H2O. The character, actually, I'm not going to talk about Halloween H2O too much, and there's a reason for that. Well, there's a few reasons for that. Here's the main one. On my channel, you probably already watched it. If not, check it out. It's Halloween H2O, Good Points and Bad Points. And I really go in depth in that video. Not seriously in depth, but kind of, as to the good aspects and the bad aspects of Halloween H2O. I'm not going to talk about it here too much. If you want to know what I feel about Halloween H2O, check out my video. It's on my channel, Halloween H2O, Good Points and Bad Points. And give that one a check, okay? Okay, I'm only going to do 5 films. I know there are 10 so far, apart from the one that's being made, well, no, the one that's coming out in October, the new one. I'm only going to do 5 right now, okay? So due to my crappy internet connection, it takes a long time for these videos to upload. And yeah, and plus, you may not want to sit and watch an hour-long video, like, you know. So I'm not going to go on about Halloween H2O because it's on my channel, a separate video dedicated just to that one film. And sometime in the future, I may do videos concentrating on each Halloween film, one by one. Good points and bad points. Actually, that's not a bad idea. I think I might do that. I think I might... I'm not going to give like I say, a synopsis. I can't pronounce that word properly. You know, the storyline. I'm not going to go into the storyline, not here, and not in probably any future videos, because you already know them. We're Halloween fans, we know. You don't need me to tell you. Anyway, so the last one in this video, ranking the Halloween franchise, part 1, is my 5th favourite Halloween film, is Halloween 6. Well, Halloween the Curse of Michael Myers. 1995, directed by Joe Chappell. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Joe Chappell. Anyway, when it came out, when I first saw it on VHS back in the day, I hated it. And the reason for that being the curse of Thorn. All these years, Michael Myers has been controlled by a cult. What a terrible idea. But even back then, I enjoyed certain aspects of the film. I love the mask in Halloween 6. I know a lot of you don't, some of you do. The only way I can know that is by if you comment down below and let me know. That's the only way I can know. I love the mask in Halloween 6. I think it's creepy. I think it's scary. Again, it's nothing compared to the original Shatner mask. But I love the mask in Halloween 6. We see a lot of it, but we see we see the mask at the right times, in the right places, and I think that's probably down to the director. Excuse me, my words here, people. Yeah, you would think this is a live video. I'm nervous. I don't know why I'm nervous, but I am. I think Joe Chappelle, or however you pronounce the guy's name, did a great job directing the film. And there's quite a few scenes I could mention in Halloween 6. There's a scene in Halloween 6 where there's a murder happening. I believe it's in the Myers house. There's a family living in the Myers house who were related to the people who adopted Laurie way back in the day. And they're living there. And we know the dad is the dad is not a nice person. I'm trying to keep this PG, guys, okay? I'm trying to keep it PG. But so when he dies, it's like, yeah! But anyway, this family are living in the Myers house, and unlike the Myers house in Halloween 5, which looks more like Dracula's weekend place, this looks more like a house. But it's been refurbished or something. You know, it's not exactly like the original house from 1 and 2. It wouldn't be. After all those years, they would have done something to it. It doesn't look like the house in 1 and 2, but it looks a hell of a lot more like the house in 1 and 2 than one in Halloween 5 does. So yeah, there's this. Anyway, I went off on a tangent once again. I do apologise. But that's what we're doing here, right? We're just chatting. We're just chatting. It's just a Halloween chat. It's not a review. We're just shooting the breeze, right? Anyway, the murder is seen from across the street, and there's a girl, I think, who can see Michael Myers coming up behind the next victim. And I do believe it's the main character in Halloween 6, Marion Hagen. And I can't for the life of me remember the name of the character she plays. Anyway, she's the main character. She's alongside Paul Rudd, I think she's the main protagonist in this film. And she's played by actress Marion Hagen. As soon as I stop recording, I'm going to remember her name. I know I am. I know. It's just the way it goes, isn't it, folks? But she witnesses this murder from across the street, and of course she can't warn the girl what's about to happen. She's on the phone. I think she's on the phone to her, and she's trying to warn her. But by the time Myers gets to the victim, it's too late or something. If you've seen the film, you know the scene I'm talking about. It's one of the strongest kill scenes in the movie. And yeah, and Paul Rudd's first film. I love Paul Rudd. Who doesn't love Paul Rudd? Actually, you may not. So how am I going to know that unless you comment? Yeah, Paul Rudd is great in this film. He plays Tommy Doyle. He was the little boy in the original Halloween. No, he looks nothing like Brian Andrews, who was the name of the actor, the child actor who played Tommy in Halloween. He looks nothing like him, but I don't really care. I don't really care if he looks like him. He plays a great character. He plays a grown-up Tommy Doyle, and he's very, very good. If you remember, spoiler alert, I mean, we've all seen the film, but if you remember the scene where he just goes to town on Michael Myers with a big iron bar or something, and smashing the living hell out of Myers at the climax of the film. There's a little bit, there's something he does, a great bit of acting, in my opinion. He's already done. My phone went off, and I apologise for that. If you heard it, if you didn't, I shouldn't have even. Forget it. I'm going off on tangents again. Yeah. Anyway, he's beating the living hell out of Michael Myers, and he's Michael Myers. We all know he's not dead, but he's pretty much screwed. I think he's out of it. And there's this one little moment where poor Rudd, Tommy, he kind of looks at he looks at Myers on the floor, and he does this kind of, yeah, I'm not going to do that justice. I can't do it justice. I'm not an actor. Actually, I have made 3 independent films, but very independent. No, I'm not an actor. Anyway, Paul Rudd, he gives this little look, as if to say, I'm going to make sure you're dead, and he just goes to town on Myers, and we see this green, weird blood, oozing out of the mask, and some people say, why is it green? Why is Michael Myers bleeding green? I don't care. It's just a cool scene. And I think Paul Rudd's performance in that scene and throughout the entire film is very, very good. I mean, talk about redeeming qualities in Halloween 6 and why Halloween 6 is good, in my opinion. Paul Rudd is up there. He's up there. He's fantastic in that film. I know he's starred in virtually every other film since, not just Halloween. He's everywhere, right? Well, for a period, I mean, he's slowed down now, I think, but Paul Rudd for a period was everywhere. But there's a reason for that. He's good. People like him. And he's starting out in Halloween. His first film, Halloween 6. Anyway, guys, that's my top 5. I'm going to stop recording in just a second. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I am nervous for this one. I don't know why. There's going to be a lot of moments. I know that. There's another one. Yeah, the next one is going to be my 6th favourite Halloween film. And we have 5 more to go. So I'm going to stop recording. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like this video if you have. If you haven't, don't like it. Subscribe and comment down below. And let me know what you think of my top 5 favourite Halloween films. And let me know, guys. Just getting ready to stop recording. Like I said, I'm not using great technology here, okay? This is indeed Fred Flintstone land, okay? Bear with me. In the future, I'm hoping to get better cameras, better audio. Bear with me, guys. I'm hoping in the future it's coming, okay? But as things stand, these videos ain't that bad, are they? I mean, it's primitive, but we're just shooting the breeze. We're Halloween fans. We're Halloween people. We're talking about the films we love most, right? Comment down below. Let me know. And I'll be seeing you soon with my 6th favourite, and of course my 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th favourite Halloween films in order. Of course, when we get to number 7, 8, 9, or 8, 9, 10, these are the films I really are not keen on. But yeah, anyway, I'm not gonna ramble on anymore. Thanks for watching. I really mean that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon, guys. Cheers. I'll see you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.